On today's episode of Factual Films, we will be dropping 5 fun facts about the 2008 Oscar-winning blockbuster, The Dark Knight. Did you know The Dark Knight was the first Christopher Nolan film to be a sequel? And though Batman Begins ended with Gordon handing Batman the Joker card as a kind of setup for another film, the director wasn't exactly determined to return to Gotham City so soon. Nolan had ideas of how a trilogy of films would happen, of course, but after Batman Begins hit big, Nolan instead went off to make magician drama The Prestige. Ultimately, the lure of telling a Joker story proved too enticing for Nolan to pass up, and he eventually reteamed with Warner Brothers to begin mapping out the story of what would become The Dark Knight. Would The Dark Knight have been just as amazing as it was without Heath Ledger's outstanding performance as the Clown Prince of Crime? Personally, I don't think so, and neither did Christopher Nolan, apparently. Though other stars like Adrien Brody expressed an interest in playing the film's key villain, Heath Ledger was the only name Nolan had on his wish list. Nolan once said in an interview, "When I heard he was interested in the role of the Joker, there was never any doubt in my mind. You could just see it in his eyes. People were a little baffled by the choice, but honestly, I've never had such a simple choice as a director. And I think we can all agree, he made the right choice."
It wasn't hard. See, madness, as you know, is like gravity. All it takes is a little push.
Nolan deliberately resisted the idea of giving the Joker an origin story in the film, opting instead to portray him as a force of pure anarchy with no discernible motivation other than chaos. For this reason, the character's scarred face, as opposed to the chemically induced frozen grin given to the character's previous movie incarnation, had no clear source. In fact, the character deliberately tells different stories to different characters to explain where the scars come from.
You want to know how I got these scars? My father was a drinker and a fiend.
As a result, prosthetic supervisor Connor Sullivan was driven to take inspiration for the scars from real life, so he used an actual man that he found on the street as a reference for the iconic scars we all know today. Weird lawsuits surrounding major motion pictures are nothing new in Hollywood, but The Dark Knight inspired a particularly weird one. In late 2008, after the film had opened to astounding critical acclaim and enormous box office success, the mayor of the city of Batman, Turkey, sued Nolan and Warner Brothers for what he deemed as a negative impact the film had caused on his city. Needless to say, given that the character of Batman is still as popular as ever, and has since been featured in several other major motion pictures, the suit against Nolan and Warner Brothers didn't go anywhere.
It's not about money. It's about sending a message.
Though IMAX cameras are now on the verge of being used to shoot almost every major blockbuster feature film, at the time The Dark Knight was made, the format was primarily used for documentary films to showcase things like the wondrous details of nature. Nolan had longed for years to bring the format to features, and opted to use the ultra-heavy, ultra-expensive cameras to film several major sequences in The Dark Knight. Most famously, the film's prologue, featuring the Joker's bank robbery, was filmed on IMAX and released early in its entirety to fans around the world.
You have any idea who you're stealing from? You and your friends are dead!
He's out, right?
Well folks, that's all the Dark Knight facts we have for you today. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and as always, have a fantastic day.